New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
Well, hello out there. Hi, it's me, Bonnie. Yes, Bonnie Gonzalez, your doula for grief. And I am joined today by the beautiful and lovely and the fantastic Reverend Dr. Deborah Jones. So how honored we are to have her input here with us today.
My honor.
Well, thank you. And I was going to say a little bit about me. No, maybe a little bit about you and then a little bit about me. How's that, Deborah?
Okay, whichever works for you. I'm just honored to be here.
Great. Yes. A little bit about you.
Okay, I'm Dr. Deborah Davis Jones. I am a minister. I'm the founder of Day 4 Life Ministries International, which is living life in Day 4. Christ rose on the third day, so we have 4 more days to live forever. And also, I'm here in Ribera, Mexico. I'm a life coach, and I think that's really all you really are interested in knowing about me. I'm just here to sing back up to my excellent friend Bonnie, who has been who the universe made me a sister.
Great. I love that versus sisters from another mister. So we're here and thank you, Deborah, for sharing that about yourself. And we take the snippets that we can get. We all have a little bit of privacy and mystique that we like to maintain about ourselves. So I am, as I said, Bonnie Gonzalez, your doula for grief. I'm a grief coach. And a few other things tagged along with a grief coach. I'm a registered nurse and licensed soul collage facilitator that I just love, and other things that I'll share as we go along. So I've been missing everybody for a minute. It's been a while, but now we're back and new and improved. How's that? And today I'd like to start the conversation around planning for the holidays. We are in the midst of it. Some people even include Halloween, Deborah, as a holiday. Halloween, Dia de los Muertos, which gets celebrated there in Mexico. I think in the Christian world, I think it's referred to as All Saints Day. And so a lot. And now we're really, tomorrow is it Veterans Day that's celebrated? Mm-hmm. And then we move into the beautiful Thanksgiving and then Hanukkah and then Kwanzaa and then Christmas and you name it. So we are getting ready for the holidays, which can really bring some emotions that maybe we had not anticipated. It's a time to be together with family. And for some of us, fortunately or unfortunately, however you want to look at it, that can be very triggering for people to get ready to gather, maybe with, not all relationships are good. So how do we navigate that? How about our own sense of loss and sadness that will come up with the holiday? And Deborah, what's your feeling around getting ready for the holidays?
Yeah, I agree. It's a happy but sad time. Because there's so much going on. There's so much going on. First of all, there's just so much going on.
Yes.
and
Yes.
and so sometimes it's hard to be able to just kind of move from our everyday life to all these busy things that are going on that are not normally going on with people that you don't normally interact with, maybe. So it is a time for you to really, it's a different time of the year, because there are a lot of expectations that you may not
Yes.
have thought about, and so it is, and if you have dealt with a loss, then if it was 20 years ago or 10 years ago or 2 years ago or 6 months ago, still it's navigating that loss with all of these other things with people who may or may not be familiar with your loss.
Yes, Deborah, and you raised a good point. So much going on. I mean, I'm here in the U.S. and the political climate, I mean, it's just palpable. It's such intense energy and stressful, and just this negativity that has risen up to divide people. And I was telling someone, this was back in September. I was saying, wow, I'm just really exhausted. And we've got the holidays to get through. And I thought about, yes, we're already going through a really stressful period. And not just in the US, if you look globally, all around the world, there's discord, there's, war, there's impending things of a disastrous, that could be a disastrous nature. So we already have this really stress bubble that can, if we allow it, that can really overwhelm us. And then we're asked for the holidays to put on a happy face, start throwing parties, oh my gosh, just, bring the house down with parties and celebration. And if our energy level is already tapped, this will definitely require more. So, I just wanted to say that it would require more. I was going to say more, but I thought we should get to what we want to present today. And today we just want to present some ways of a self-care for the holiday season. Everything starts with taking care of ourselves. It's easy to give. It's easy to give when we're exhausted, but it's so much easier and so much natural flowing when we're giving from our overflow, when we've taken care of ourselves and decide to give from that place. So this was an article that I'm trying to remember where I found it, but I just thought it gave a little bit of a different perspective on getting ready for the holidays. And I usually go in another direction, but maybe just starting with self-care right now. Deborah, do you have a feeling around preparing with self-care?
I think that number one, there's an old adage: if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
Oh.
But happy house, happy spouse. But it is true. There's a writer, Mary Church Terrell, who wrote, it was a pledge, but one of the lines was, no matter how great your spiritual and moral strength may be, physical weakness prevents the accomplishment of much that otherwise might be done. So if you are not well, it doesn't matter what you want to do, because you're not well. And so if you don't take care of you, then you can't really help anyone else. And how often have we heard of people who have been caregivers who passed away, and their patient, and their patient is still here. And so I think self-care is number one. And I remember this was some advice my father gave me when he first retired, and I didn't understand then because I was working. But he said, Never let anyone set your agenda for you but you.
Mm.
Because otherwise you'll be doing all these things. And, I always talk about an honest no is better than a dishonest yes. You've got to take care of you. Because if you're not well mentally or physically, then you can't help, you can't contribute, and you can't enjoy. And so I think you're right. Self-care is number one.
Yeah. And you were a perfect segue into this article, even though it's going to jump a little bit out of place. But why don't you read that? The paragraph about give yourself permission to say no, because those are your father's words. So you want to read that one, Deborah, and then we can discuss.
Okay. Did you put it up? Do I need to
Oh,
put it up?
I can. Oh, I have it. Then I'll read it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I had it. Oh, no. I got a different one. No, you go ahead because I pulled a different one up.
Okay, maybe you can go back once I finish this. Then we'll go back to the
Go ahead.
social holiday hibernation. Okay, so give yourself permission to say no. You don't have to go to your coworkers, roommate's potluck, Christmas party, and they will understand. You don't just remember you don't have to go to everything that you're invited to. Invitations are given out of generosity this season. And it can feel overwhelming when you start trying to figure out how are you going to go to all these things and then make it work. But the secret is you don't actually have to. Reserve some space in your calendar and your social energy for the people who are most important to you. But you don't need to feel obligated to make every holiday celebration and giving an invitation top priority. Express appreciation at the invite. Tell them you're glad they thought of you, but unfortunately, you just don't have time. If you feel guilty about turning down an invitation, offer to make plans for when things are less busy after the holidays instead. So giving you a way out if you're feeling guilty, but okay, yeah, I'll have you speak and then I'll speak. I've done enough. I ad-libbed reading that.
No, you were just fine. It's like you know how you get everything in order and then it's not. I'm sorry. You have everything in order and then it's not, because I had the article pulled up and then another one came up. I think that's very important. You don't have to go to everything. And sometimes I think it's a good idea if you want to say, well, we can do this later after it's so busy.
If you want. Yeah.
But it's okay. Whether or not you go, they'll still have the party. And you have to feel whole. If I can just share, the first year that my husband passed, my family, they wanted me to come and stay there and be with them for Thanksgiving, for the holiday. But all I could think about was, I really want to go home. I really want to be in my space and with my friends.
Yes.
And so I think sometimes you just have to say, it's not personal, and I'm not depressed. It's just at this point in time, I just want to kind of do me. I just want to focus on doing me. And I think that is important to say, and I'll be in touch, thank you for thinking of me. And maybe, next week I may be, but right now, no, not right now. And I think it's important to be honest.
Beautiful. And I think this raises another issue too for us societally, that no gets a negative rap. It's like, I love that expression, no is a complete sentence.
Mm-hmm.
And she's offering you ways, and I appreciate what she's doing, offering you ways of feeling less guilty. But maybe let's get comfortable with the word no.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's a precursor to being in self-care mode,
Mm-hmm.
because you are conserving your energies, taking care of you, and asking yourself, do I really want to go to this party?
Mm-hmm.
And if the word no comes up, then it's no.
No.
And true friends understand.
Yeah.
And sometimes I may say, oh, I'm really disappointed, I express something that way. But I'll say, but I respect your opinion. Sometimes it's just a natural, oh, I'm disappointed, but I respect your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I respect your right to not attend. So I think getting comfortable, and sometimes I think that can be the real stumbling block
Mm-hmm.
for
Mm-hmm.
prevention of good self-care.
I think you're correct. Well, I used to do teacher training,
Mm-hmm.
and dealt a lot with teacher burnout. And one of
Yeah.
the things that I would say to them is say no.
Mm,
Just say the word no. Now
right.
look around. Did the world stop? Did a bomb drop?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happened except you said no, and it was a choice.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing I shared was a lesson I learned from a mother with a picky eater. I was again
Oh.
doing some training, and we had some kind of something as a celebration. And as they were leaving, I asked her, I said, I know you have a son. Do you want to take some of this food to your son? And she said, no, because I know he won't eat it. And so
Mm-hmm.
I could take it, but I know he won't eat it. And I said, thank you, because an honest no is better than a dishonest yes.
Mm-hmm.
And how often have we said yes to something that we really didn't want to do, or that we
Oh my
really didn't want to
gosh.
go to, and we kind of half did it, or that your spirit was just such a negative spirit. I just want to get through it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's okay to say no. Now, when I say no, I would generally offer an alternative,
Mm-hmm.
as she did. But if you really, like you said, Bonnie, if you think about it and you feel no, it's okay.
Yes, yes, yes. This is part of self-love,
Mhm.
self-care. Loving you is sometimes saying no to things.
Mhm. And I've even found there have been times when I've said no, and the person said, "Well, I really didn't want to do it either." So,
Oh, I've had that. Oh, that is so beautiful. Deborah, I have a friend here, and we were made plans for us a Saturday, or it was going to be on Saturday, got changed to Sunday. But that Sunday came, and for once, for me, I live with that. Oh, I don't want to disappoint people if I've, made a commitment. And I just thought, I just can't go. I don't have the bandwidth. I just want a pajama day. And I was really honest because I told my niece, well, I'm going to say this, and that came up. And my niece was, just tell her the truth. And that's what I did. I told her, I just didn't have the bandwidth to meet today. And she said, oh, good. I was thinking the same thing. So thank you for that reminder, too. Maybe that other person will be relieved.
that's why sometimes my body says you can go anywhere you want to go as
I'm
long as
not
you can
going.
get there without me. So,
Right. Okay. Well, let's do one more before
okay,
we wrap up. But we'll continue this series
yes.
on, as I said, throughout this holiday season. Next week we'll get into some more tips and little
Mhm.
different things and some things that you can do. So, Deborah, do you have that one up for the social hibernation?
I told you I couldn't find
Oh, okay.
anything, but I can tell you what it says.
Oh, I can just read it and easy, and then we can just discuss. So, the recommendation is this: take a period of social media hibernation for the
Just
holidays.
disappear.
She says it's easy to get caught up in the comparison
Mhm.
game at any time of year, but especially around the holidays. And social media only adds fuel to the fire. Considering Consider now deleting apps like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, etc. off your phone until after the new year. When you give yourself space away from everyone else's holiday post, you're able to exist within your own experience without the temptation to compare how you're celebrating, how someone else is celebrating. And if the holiday doesn't look perfectly Instagrammable, you're much less likely to feel ashamed about it if you're not consuming everyone else's holiday posts. If it can also help, it can also help to remind you that just because something looks magical and wonderful in an Instagram post doesn't mean it's actually like that. Use the holiday season as an excuse to step away from the urge to make your life pretty and presentable. Just focus on enjoying the season, however it looks to you. So I'll now defer to you. What's your feeling of, because I'm thinking when you ask people to leak, I'm surprised there weren't eggs being thrown at our computer screen. It's so many people. That is their social life. That is their lifeline. And if you're asking them to delete their apps, I just think, yes, I'll let you speak.
Well, I think, I don't know about deleting, but maybe on your Siri or Alexa or one of those, when you go on, set a time limit, like 15 minutes. And then 15, and that 15 minutes, then you can check your YouTube, your Thread, your Instagram, your TikTok, and that's all you need to do. And then maybe later in the day, but because for some people it is, but then I always tell everybody about my newly discovered personal support animal, and it's called a friend. So this might be time for you to reach out to a friend, call someone that you haven't talked to in a while. And one thing that I have also seen is I spend some time watching a lot of these YouTube videos. They're called revenge videos, family, but they're very interesting in that what it says is everything that you see that your family or other people have put up on Facebook or YouTube, that really isn't what's there. And so what you really have to begin to maybe think about is, what is real for me? Because everything that you see is not really, what's the song saying? People say, believe half of what you hear, see, and none of what you hear.
Right.
So people, everything may seem perfect, but maybe it's not. They might have gotten together for that picture, but nobody's really speaking to each other.
Or maybe they just had a big fight, or maybe a big fight came up.
And so all I'm saying is take it as a grain of salt. But the other thing too is, don't go down those rabbit holes where you start seeing the news and it's not positive. It's like okay, I see that, but right now, the best thing I can do is hope for the best for everything. But me being in this very, very busy holiday season, and that too, just as she said, step away from it. Because you never heard of anybody wearing themselves well, but you can wear yourself sick.
Exactly.
So I don't know about disengaging, because again, for a lot of us, that is how we stay connected with the world. But just don't think because it looks perfect that it is perfect.
Right.
And you just go back to love yourself, because whatever picture you see, the picture you have in the mirror is a wonderful picture. Right. And remind yourself of that. And the other stuff is just a picture.
Right. And Deborah, I love that of really how you're using it. If you're using it for that, comparison, look at what but you could be on And you could make a post that says, hey, have you reached out to a friend today?
Mhm.
Hey, are you feeling lonely? What do you do? I mean, generate a dialogue. Make
Yes.
it move it to help you, maybe another form of self-care. To say, hey guys, I'm feeling lonely. Anybody else out there? Drop a post, do a wave if you're feeling lonely.
Mhm.
Uh, use it in a way that can inspire you
Mhm.
versus deplete you.
Right.
Um, I'm not a Facebooker, but I was on maybe last week and I saw this post and it said, anybody want to get together and scream? And then we can get food afterwards. And I shared that because I love that. It's like somebody's expressing frustration and in such a fun way. Hey, you want to get together and scream? Because if they had a meeting place and a time, I probably would have gone. And we could have gotten food afterwards. But turning it into that and not so internalizing it to compare your life to what's going on
Mhm.
in there. And I love what you said, Deborah. It's about having a friend
Mhm.
because my tagline is don't do grief alone.
Absolutely.
Don't do grief alone. And I do recommend to my clients that they have a grief buddy. It's a
Mhm.
grief buddy, somebody that's there for you, knows your situation, and has agreed to be there for you during those times.
Mhm.
Um, I love it even more so. You have a grief buddy. Maybe there's a party that you did get invited to, and
Mhm.
you say, oh, I want to go, but I don't know how long I'm going to last. I don't know if I can stay the whole time.
Mhm.
That's when you get your grief buddy to say, hey, can I give you a high sign? And you make a reason
Mhm.
that we need to leave.
Mhm.
But so it's back to what you said about a friend. And I think sometimes some of our social media has booted out our friendships
Mhm.
because it's easy, it's available, doesn't talk back, doesn't
Mhm.
argue. So,
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah. So,
That's mhm.
yeah. So
Mhm.
that's what I wanted to add to that social media
Yeah.
holiday because I don't know how quickly people. Hey, or maybe it's an exercise. See how many people did delete their apps during the holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is there anything else that you wanted to add about self care? I know that you had. We'll just spend a few more minutes and just wrap it up on this. To start a new tradition.
Yeah. That's true. Start a new tradition. Roll some of the old things into a new way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
There are things that you always did, but now you can't do it anymore. So try something different. One of the my friends, she calls me her teacher, but she told me, she said, I did something that you suggested for the first time, and it was really good. I said, what was
Mm.
it? She said, I spent the day with me.
Yes, a me day.
And she said, because she said, I took the bus. We're here in Mexico. She said, I took the bus down to the Malecon in
Oh.
Chapala, and I just walked out. I walked out on the piers, and I looked
Mhm.
around. And she said, you know, I found that I was pretty good company.
Yes,
And
yeah.
so start to do things differently.
Mhm.
Go a different place.
Yeah.
Eat something different. If you always had turkey, have roast beef, or
Yeah.
but do something different. If you always put up a tree, well, maybe not such a big tree, a smaller tree, and hang your ornaments around the house, or just but think of something that you can do different. The same thing, but start doing it differently, and look back on each, or even just as you take out your Christmas ornaments and think about, oh yeah, I remember when we did that, and use that
Yeah.
as the time to reminisce and laugh and remember the good time, but start some new traditions.
Mhm.
And again,
Mhm.
uh, go spend some time with you. You are a pretty good friend.
Yeah. And I was just thinking when you something new, something different. I remember One year when I was a kid, my mom just got sick of the idea of a Christmas tree, and she found something in Ladies' Home Journal or whatnot that had a ladder that had been decorated like a tree. And on each step was a gift, a present, or an ornament, or something that was memorable for the year. So I thought, when you said that, it's like, yeah, instead of Christmas tree, do a Christmas ladder. It could be a Hanukkah ladder. You could put the, the menorah on a step or whatnot. How about make a holiday altar? You could just make a holiday altar that includes all the holidays: the Thanksgiving, the Christmas, the Kwanzaa, the Hanukkah, and have some pictures from the past on that, and have that as a centerpiece for your home, if you like. So I love that, Deborah. Thank you.
When my family moved, we all ended up in Georgia, from California, Las Vegas, Georgia, Michigan, we all ended up together in Georgia. So our California family said for Thanksgiving, they said, "Oh, we don't do turkey." And we're like, "Really?" And they said, "No, each Thanksgiving we pick a theme." And so we said, "Well, okay." And so one year it was food we found out that they would find on Bourbon Street. And another year, we did a crab, the crab boil, but we did different things. And so again, um, um, I had a Sunday school teacher who used to say, traditions are what live people do to keep dead people happy. and so it was, for us, the tradition was every Thanksgiving we tried something different. So again, like you said, the ladder, nobody says it has to be a certain way.
It can be whatever you want it to be, and have a good laugh about it if it doesn't turn out that way.
Absolutely.
So, my thing too is always having a plan. If we have a plan for how we're going to spend those holidays, it can be less overwhelming. And at least you have a plan. And even if you make the best of plans and that day comes and you just want to stay in bed with the covers pulled up over your head, that's okay too.
Okay.
That's okay. It's a part of it's a part of your self-care. So with that, Deborah, I just want to leave 3 questions with our viewers, and I'll ask you and I'll answer, you answer 3 questions that we can take with us as we make a plan for our holiday, as we move through the holiday, or even think about accepting an invitation. These 3 questions could be useful. And so the first question is, when you're thinking about whatever activity it is that you want to do or participate in, you think about, the question is, oh, this year I will miss ... What is it that you feel that you would miss, Deborah, this year when you're planning an activity? You'll miss.
That's a hard question. I don't know that I would really miss anything, because I'm in this place with such a diverse group of people and so many different things, and so I don't know that I miss. I'm looking forward to some new things. My friend will be home, and so I can go to her house and look sad and eat, and so so that part. I don't think that I will miss anything. My family's okay. I know where they are. And so we'll, communicate with each other and say wonderful holiday. But I don't know, honestly, that I would miss anything.
Yeah.
Except maybe hanging out with my son.
Yeah. Oh, see, that is it. I will miss hanging out with my son, because what I was going to say, answer to that, because I've been here with my sister and niece for the last couple months. I will miss for Thanksgiving making dinner with them, being in the kitchen and the pots and pans and who left the stove on it. That's what I'll miss, even though I will enjoy Thanksgiving wherever I am. But that's just one little thing that I would miss. And the next one is, this year I fear that. This year I fear that. I don't have anything that I could readily say that I would fear. Um, my mother's birthday was on Christmas, and sometimes I can fear that I'm going to be too melancholy that day, remembering her. And yeah, so that's the only thing I could think, but it's not like something that foremost, but everybody has something different. So just because maybe you can't find something doesn't mean that if someone else had something that you couldn't support them in their fear.
Absolutely.
And the last one is this year, I wish that ... Oh, this year, I wish that there was a real Santa. That's what I wish. There was a real Santa. Okay. Anything that you could think of, Deborah, that you wish for this year?
You know, I just wish, I wish for a feeling of calmness and peace.
Oh, peace on earth and goodwill toward men.
Yeah, I just wish for peace, because and calmness. And I think if we had that, we could take a breath.
Yeah.
And exhale and see what direction the world is going in. But if we could just have a little bit of peace, that's really what I would wish for.
Great, thank you. So with whatever that came up for you during these 3 questions, it's the end of that is with these things held in mind. So I plan to, if I'm feeling that I'm going to miss my sister and niece in the kitchen, maybe melancholy for my mom's birthday, wishing there was a real Santa. So I plan to just have a festive day. I'm just going to have a festive day. I'm going to take Deborah's advice and start a new tradition. So that's how this plays out. And so it just says that perhaps the greatest value of a plan is to put you back in touch with yourself, with your own will, with your own sense of acting in and on the world, and creating a new life, which does include loss. So, I thank you, Deborah. I thank you. And before we close, I just want to have Deborah, do you have anything you'd like to announce that's coming up for you that people can find more of you and see more of you?
Oh, absolutely. First of all, I would love for you to visit my website. It's at it's D4L as in Larry, MI .life, LIFE. And my email is drdeb@d4lmi.life. And that will put you on our website that has all kinds of information, parenting information. My teaching is there. And each week we update it with the session from my online Bible study, Studiare Verbum Dei, where we are discussing the Ethiopian Bible, which has been very, very interesting to us. And I want everyone to know that everyone is welcome. Nobody's going to try to proselytize or convert you. This is studying something that is new for all of us. It's been around, but we have never been exposed to it. So we've had some very, very good discussions about it. Our subject is not to debate the existence, but but to discuss what
the sharing of information.
The sharing of information. And the other thing is, if you're in the Lake Chapala area on the 14th of December, we will be having our first Chapala Gospel Choir Christmas concert. And so we would like to invite everyone there. Again, the information is available on the website. It's going to be here in Riberas, Mexico, at St. Andrew's Anglican Church. But again, you can get the information from my website. And I just, so we want everyone to know that they are welcome. And please check out my website. You may find something of great interest to you.
Oh, thank you, Deborah. Thank you. Thank you. And so check it out. Oh, what is that old expression? Be there or be square. But anyway, check it out. Check it out. And I just want to share that I am going to be having a 4-day grief relief retreat. It's called Hearts and Healing. It's 4 days and it will be in beautiful San Juan Cosila, which is right next to Ajijic and Chapala. So right at Lakeside with beautiful views. And so that's the flyer. And Joe, can you just show a quick video? It's a very quick little video, little promo to see what the area's like. Good morning. I am so fortunate to be lakeside, Lake Chapala, lakeside. This is just a snippet. This is just some of the beauty of Lake Chapala. I am going to be hosting a retreat here in February. What a tranquil place. What a beautiful location to come, to be restored, to be rejuvenated, and to be loved, so that you can begin your healing journey from grief. Thank you. Just be so honored. Please check out my website for more information. That is www.yourdoulaforgrief.com. And I just thank you for joining us today. And so mark your calendar, come back for the rest of the month as we continue to give some tips, some pointers, some insight in how to navigate our grief and prepare for the holidays and move through this time with some ease and some grace for our lives. Okay? So with that, I just want to end the way I normally end. And I want you to just take 3 good deep breaths. Inhale to the count of 4. Exhale to the count of 6. Again. And one more breath. And this time when you breathe out with a smile. And from that place of calmness and stillness, ask yourself this question. What do I need today? What does my soul need today? What do I need today? Look yourself in the eye in the mirror and ask that question. Whatever comes up, honor it. Because you are so worthy of having your needs met. So with that, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Deb. And I'll see everybody next week. So ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye.
Big kisses. Ciao. No más.